All right, pre-calc 11 AP. Let's just talk about some common errors for our rational functions. So when we're looking at this, we're thinking of things like, well, if I have 2 plus 1 over 2, some people cancel that and be like, oh, okay, well, that's actually 1 plus 1, and that's equal 2. But that's not quite there. So that's incorrect, right? What we want to be looking at is when we think of this, we should think that's incorrect, right? What this actually is that if we had 2 plus 1 over 2, well, that's just 3 over 2. That's not equal to 2, right? We do these operations separately, right? We take care of the numerator first, and we can't cancel along that. So what a common error will look like for us is if we have x plus 1 over x, we cannot do that, right? And that what would happen there is we would lose our x, we would lose our variable. But let's just look at a chart. If we had x and x plus 1 over x, well, let's just do 0, not do 0 because we can't have that. That's restricted value. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? If we did that, this would be 1. This would be 2 over 1. If I had 2, that'd be 3 over 2. If I had 4, that would be 5 over, if I had 3, that would be 4 over 3, right? 4 over 3. If I had 4, that would be 5 over 4. If I had 5, that would be 6 over 5, right? I can't cancel it out. It actually changes all the time, right? And if I treat it just as 1 plus 1, that's 2, well, that's not going to work either, right? So I can't have x over x. Not going to work. Not going to happen. Not like that, right? I can't do that. Not allowed, right? So not allowed. We can't do that. Common mistake. It has to be with factors. What could be allowed is if I had x times 1 over x, then I could do that, and then I just have 1. It's this multiplication here that lets us do it. And when it's addition, that's the problem. Okay, so common error number 2. One thing here, if I have x squared plus x plus 3 all over x squared plus 3, and somebody does something like that, that's not allowed either, right? Because what we're looking for, what we want to reduce, is if we had x plus 2, x plus 3, all over x plus 3, we can reduce that because that's multiplication, right? This is multiplication in here. Here, this is all separated by addition. We can only do it by factors. So see, this is all addition up here, so not allowed to do that. And it's addition down here, we can't do that. So what we need to look for is we need to have something with brackets like this. What we could simplify is if we had x squared plus 3 in brackets times x, that could be simplified. That could go away like that, right? So something to keep in mind. So we can only do it if it's multiplication, right? There's no addition, subtraction between it. And the addition, subtraction is just kept to inside the brackets. Okay, another one, another common error. If I had x minus 2 over x plus 1, right? This is just another variation of the first one. Well, then that just becomes equal to negative 2 over 1. That's just negative 2. But if we were to make a chart again, right, x and x minus 2 over x plus 1, and we were to make this chart, let's take a look how that goes. Then if I started at, let's start at 0, right? 0 minus 2 is negative 2 plus 1, so I get negative 2 there. Well, it works for 0. Okay, let's try some other ones. Let's do 1. 1 minus 2 is negative 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. I'd get negative 1 over 2. Oh, as soon as my values for x change, this changes. 2 minus 2 is 0. 2 plus 1 is 3. 0 over 3, that's just 0, right? As soon as we have changing values for x, we need to have factors, right? We need to check for factors. 3 minus 2 is 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. This would be 1 over 4, right? So you can see why that's a common error. Right? Those are changing numbers. And then finally, 2x squared minus 9 over 2x minus 3. So what's happening here is I can't factor the top. It's not a difference of squares. So I can't go Well, the x gets to cancel with the x, and the 3 and the 9 and the 3 get to cancel, and that becomes 3, right? That it doesn't become 2x, or and the 2 doesn't get to cancel either. It doesn't become x minus 3 like that, right? That's not the case because it only, right? It does not equal x minus 3. We're not allowed to do that, right? All those 2x squared, negative 9, 2x, and negative 3 are all terms, right? Terms are things separated by addition, subtraction, are all terms, but not factors. Terms, not factors, right? We need to have factors in order to simplify and cancel with. Okay, so we'll leave it there for the like the common rules. I hope this helps. When in doubt, you know, and you're stuck on your homework and maybe you cancel something that you shouldn't have, just try certain values of x. If you're always in doubt, just try x equals. Just punch a number in, see what happens, right? That way you can kind of check what should my behavior kind of be. And you'll kind of see if you punch a number in, what's allowed, what's not allowed, right? And always stick with numbers that are easy to work with if you can, like 0, 1, 2, right? Stuff like that. Easier numbers are better. Okay, I hope that helps. Have a great day. Oh no. Okay, let's see what we got here. There we go. We are recording.